we're launching a better muscle car. The Scat Pack completely blows away the Hellcat Redeye wide body Challenger of yesterday.
Oh man, these automotive journalists kill me, man. Like, they keep trying to make the case that the Charger Daytona is just so fast that it just blows all the current competition out of the water. Which, with this race right here by Edmunds, where they're trying to put a Charger Daytona Scat Pack against a Ford Mustang Dark Horse, I'm like, I just shook my head the whole time watching this video. I'm going like, why are they trying to manipulate people into thinking that the Charger Daytona is so much better than what it really is? I just want to see fair races against vehicles that will actually make the Charger Daytona look good, rather than trying to make it look great against inferior competition. Okay, I'm over 40,000 friends, and the 65% of you guys who keep watching them but not yet subscribed. Now, these automotive journalists is really killing me with this videos and these articles trying to make the Charger Daytona seem like it's way faster than what it really is. You got the one article I talked to you guys about, Car and Driver, where they basically put on paper, without even actually testing the vehicle to see which one's actually going to win in a race, they try to say on paper that the Charger Daytona is just so much faster than a Redeye. And then now you got Edmunds right here trying to do the same thing. They're trying to put on video how the Charger Daytona can just outclass the actual Ford Mustang. Well, spoiler alert if you actually have not watched this video yet. But if you look at this, the actual stats right here, you can see what I'm talking about, right? So you got an all-wheel drive electric Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack that has 670 horsepower, 627 foot-pounds of torque. That's like $85,000 as they tested. Then you have against the Ford Mustang Dark Horse, which is not really set up for drag racing. It's more set up for track use, mind you. That's rear-wheel drive, only has 500 horsepower, and as tested was $74,000. I'm just gonna say off the gate, this test right here didn't really make a lot of sense to me, right? Because honestly, if I want to do this test like how they did it, I would have bought a Mustang GT. I would have went right up to the parts department and got that supercharger kit that Ford offers to take the actual Mustang GT from 450 horsepower to 810 horsepower, and probably be right around $60,000 to $65,000 for an 800 horsepower Mustang that still has a factory warranty, and did this test. Because this test, like I said, they just basically intentionally beat up on a Dark Horse Mustang that's not set up for drag racing against the Charger Daytona Scat Pack. That's basically, that all it does is drag race, right? Because that's basically why they have the big wheels on it and stuff, and the power shot and the launch mode and all that stuff. So there's a reason why this car is going to beat the Dark Horse Mustang. The weather's warming up, which means it is time to bring your favorite ride out of hibernation. And what better way to kick off the season than by saving up to 15% off on the top aftermarket accessories for your muscle car, pony car, truck, or SUV. My friends at Just Bolt-Ons and DragRacingWheels.com have you covered. Use my promo code BUTTER at checkout, and if you need some sticky Mickeys, you got till March 31st to save up to $100 on a set of tires. So don't wait. Hit up my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and DragRacingWheels.com, where the best deals online just got even better. The thing is, I want to actually see races against vehicles that actually matter. I don't want to see races against cars that has, it has an unfair advantage on. 170 horsepower advantage, that's a lot of horsepower to make up for, especially when one car has rear-wheel drive, the other one has all-wheel drive. But there is cars out there that they could test the Charger Daytona against if you want to actually make this race more fair.
We're launching a better muscle car. The Scat Pack completely blows away the Hellcat Redeye wide body Challenger of yesterday. From a MSRP standpoint, $10,000 to $15,000 less.
If you go and actually go over here to the Mustang Mach E, for example, which base price is starting at $40,000, which is like 30 grand cheaper than the actual Mustang, not a Mustang, but a Charger Daytona. You can go and get the Mustang Mach E GT, which I don't know if you can see that. Let me just scroll down, because I think it's down there bigger. If you scroll down here, you'll see that if you get the little GT performance upgrade, right, you're going to literally get the exact same performance from the Charger Daytona out of a Mustang Mach E. So really, to me, they wanted to have a really good race. They could have put the Mustang Mach E GT with a performance upgrade right against the Charger Daytona Scat Pack. Honestly, it would be a way better race, because if you think about it, the Scat Pack already has 2 stage tips. Oh my God, I can't talk. The actual Charter Daytona Scat Pack has 2 stage kits already attached to the car. So the car is already faster than what it's supposed to already be, but they have already put from the factory 2 upgrade kits on there. So the base, I think Charter Daytona is supposed to be around, I think 590 horsepower from the factory without stage kits installed. So Dodge is already kind of cheating by putting stage kits on the car. So that's why I was saying earlier, if you put a Mustang GT and put a supercharger kit in there, it's basically about the same thing that Dodge did. It's just they doing it with software, and with the Mustang, you're doing it with the parts department, which still has a factory back warranty. But if you do it right here with the Mustang GT, you can literally get the same performance out of the actual, not the Mustang, but the Mustang Mach E GT. You can get the same performance. You can get 320 miles of range, which is going to be 50 miles, about 50 miles better than the Charter Daytona Scat Pack. You get the same exact 0 to 60 in the 3.3 seconds. Like I said, available to Mustang Mach E GT performance upgrade. And the quarter mile, you can get 11.8 seconds. When if you go look over at the Charter Daytona, you get 3.3 seconds 0 to 60. And then you're going to also get just a little bit quicker quarter mile time, 11.5 to 11.8. So really, it'll come down to the driver on who actually beat these cars. These cars here are very equally matched. But at the end of the day, if you go look at the Mustang Mach E GT, that vehicle costs base price 55 grand. And I think I saw on there that the actual performance upgrade is like $1,000. So basically you can get for 56 grand compared to 86 grand, you can get basically the same performance out of the Mustang Mach E GT that you can Charter Daytona. So you basically got like a $30,000 discount just by going just to Ford. But you know, even if you don't want to do a battle between these 2 vehicles, which will be way more fair because both of them has all-wheel drive on them, right? I mean, to me, honestly, I don't think the Charter Daytona is going to beat an actual Hellcat, Redeye, super stock. Damn sure not going to be the Demon or a Demon 170. I already know that for a fact. I don't even speculate on that one. But if I go look at the end of the video, best numbers recap. Okay. The Charter Daytona Scat Pack did a 3.6 seconds 0 to 60 time that Edmunds tested, compared to the Mustang Dark Horse's 4.4 seconds, right? Now, if you go look at this compared to I'm gonna go and make the test even worse, because if I go and compare this numbers against a Charger Redeye compared to a Challenger Redeye, right? Because the Charger Redeye weighs more. If you go look at the 0 to 60 time, I don't know if you can actually see this good or not. Let me see if I can zoom in some more. Car and Driver tested that a 2021 Dodge Charger Hellcat Redeye wide body would do the 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So technically, both those Chargers will lead off the line right around the same time, just depending on the drivers, right? And then if we go back to the video, they did the quarter mile in 11.9 seconds at 119 miles an hour, right? If I go back here and look at the Charger again, Car and Driver did at 11.5 seconds at 126 miles per hour in a quarter mile. If you look at it, they don't want to do this test against vehicles that this car can get beat by, right? And they look at the price as tested. The base price for a Charger Hellcat Redeye was around 82 grand back then in 2021. And they tested at 90 grand. So you're only a few grand more for a Redeye compared to a Charter Daytona Scat Pack, but it's right there in the same ballpark. So to me, honestly, they don't want to do these races against vehicles that it can get beat by to show that it cannot win anything, right? I'm like, I want to see actual races against vehicles that is going to have a pretty good shot and actually getting beat by, right? And this is going to be a fair test. A Hellcat, a Redeye, I already know not to even compare it against my Demon 170 because it'll just get destroyed against the Demon 170, all the extra power that we have to close the gap. Because even on the street, I'm pretty sure a Demon can still do a quarter mile, at least 10.5 to 11 seconds flat. I think that if they wanted to actually show people that Charter Daytona is actually impressive, have it try to beat cars that we are actually used to actually seeing, that we actually drive. I mean, it's not impressive to beat a Mustang. I mean, and especially a Mustang that's like not a GT400 Mustang, because I guarantee if I go look up GT400 times, let me go look up GT500 time. So a 2020 GT500, which was 81 grand, which is still cheaper than Charter Daytona, 0 to 60 is 3.4 seconds, and a quarter mile it has 11.3 seconds at 132 miles an hour, quarter mile time. That's another car that can beat the Charger Daytona, but they want to use a dark horse that can get they can barely get beat by it, honestly, right? But I mean, there's like I said, there's more vehicles that can actually compete against this car, but they don't want to show those videos, right? They don't want to show against a Mustang Mach. They don't want to show against a Redeye. They sure don't want to show against a Superstock, something like that they get beat by. And then with Ford rumored to come out with another GT500 next year, oh my gosh, like that car going to get decimated. So I'm just saying, I want to see actual races that actually mean something to me. And so I actually, like I said, I think a few weeks ago, Dodge said they're going to probably start letting people review the Charger Daytona, and I'm hopefully gonna get my hands on a Scat Pack from Dodge, and then I'll actually have people I know that have Hellcats, Redeyes, you know, an actual Scat Pack and stuff, and see how this car stacks up against those cars. And then I'll just do the D170 for like one good time, just to be like, I mean, obviously $120-something car, the D170 should beat it, but I mean, it just be something pretty hilarious to look at. But let me know what you guys think. Would you guys want to see races against the Charger Daytona to actually matter? Because like I said, this Dark Horse one didn't really mean anything to me. I was literally laughing the whole time. How if you go watch the video for yourself if you haven't watched it, because the first time the car ran, it smoked the other Dark Horse Mustang. Then I think the second time the car ran, the actual other guy was way closer and the race wasn't that bad. So it just comes down to the driver in a lot of times. But let me know what you guys think. And until the next time, I'm out.